Hey there guys, it is officially January 1st, 2025, and today I have decided to do my first cooking video of the year. You guys know it has been a while since I've done a cooking video, and I apologize for not posting any recently. Just haven't found anything new to show you guys how to cook, but this is going to be a little bit different for you guys because today I am going to show you guys how to make chili. Now what you will need is at least 1 pound of ground meat. You can use whatever meat you want. You could use ground pork, ground beef, ground turkey, or even ground chicken. My recipe, I have decided I am going to use 1 pound of ground pork, but for whatever reason I decided to use 2 pounds instead of 1. Little warning ahead of time, the video will contain footage of me putting some excess chili in the pot, a second pot to be precise, because there's just so much in the pot that I had to put some in the other pot, and I had to pretty much split the spices in half to 2 different pots at the end, but you will see it later on. What you guys are going to need, at least for the chili that I am going to make, is you will need at least 1 pound of ground meat. I have decided once again to use ground pork. Now what you will need is a can of diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, tomato soup, and a can of tomato paste. You will need to use the full can of each and every one of them for best results. What I also recommend that you guys add is a can of brown beans and kidney beans. So what I did in the recipe was I browned my ground pork. I have cooked Italian sausages, which is what the recipe actually calls for. I have decided that I was going to cook some mild Italian instead of hot Italian, and it has already cooked. So what I did was I cooked the mild Italian sausage, and by the way, you can actually use hot Italian if you wish to do so, depending on your preference. Either way, it's going to turn out really good regardless of what you choose. What I would do is I would take a full pack of mushrooms, chop them up, and then set aside. Now what I did though was cut up the bell peppers. You can use green peppers. I made the decision this time around to use orange and yellow peppers. It doesn't matter what color peppers you use, it's gonna leave the same result regardless. Once the peppers and the mushrooms are cut, chopped up and set aside, I would chop up the already cooked Italian sausages. Once the ground pork or whatever ground meat that you choose is browned, what I did was I add the Italian sausages first, and then I mix it up. And then next thing I did was add the peppers and the mushroom mixture and put them in as well. And then what I would do is I cook it for a further few minutes until the mushrooms wilt down. They do shrink even after only a couple minutes in this pot. The next thing that I did afterwards was I actually add the sauces. This is the part where I had to put some chili into another pot, some of it, just to prevent it from overflowing, because the sauces had made it nearly overflow, and I could have used judgment or better judgment for it, but no matter. Once all that is mixed up, I would add some chili powder into the recipe, and then I would add some Old El Paso chili powder seasoning mix just to give it that edge. And then once all of that is mixed up, that is when I made the decision, after letting it simmer for a few minutes, I decided to put some in a bowl. And big shout out to Life with Jen, because Had it not been for her, I wouldn't have ever decided to put anything else in the chili after I served it in a bowl. I decided to put some sour cream on top, and then I serve it with some Doritos chips. I prefer zesty Dorito, which is my personal favorite. I want to thank you for watching this video. The chili actually was a success. It tasted great. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.